this the guy you're calling a racist?
One thing that white people and black people have different biologically.
Don't change the question of this, like DNA-wise, we are different.
No, we're not. That's a lie. It has been disproven. Front page of National Geographic 6 months ago. Racism created by society. Race is a social construct that I want to break out of.
Hold up. He doesn't even believe in race. The Oxford English Dictionary defines racism as prejudice based on race, or the belief that some races are inherently superior. But if Charlie's a racist, why is he arguing race doesn't exist? If he's a white supremacist, doesn't he need race to be real? I mean, you can't be a racial supremacist while arguing racial categories are fake. And wait a sec, race has been used to justify oppressing black people for centuries. So why is the black kid defending racial categories while the white supremacist wants to destroy them?
Charlie Kirk sent me a direct message, and I'm going to show you what it said. This is almost 6 years ago exactly now, as of this video. And you know what he said? 3 words. You are terrific. Now, bear in mind, this is back before I was blessed with the followership I have now. I had fewer than 10,000 followers on Instagram, very small Facebook presence, wasn't even on TikTok at the time. But the fact of the matter is, this young man, this leader of Turning Point USA, reached out to me and saw something I had done. And he felt so moved that he reached out to me himself to encourage me. And then he went a step further. He invited me to the BLS, which is the Black Leadership Summit Turning Point USA was putting on in Washington, D.C. I told him, transparently, I was in between jobs and didn't have the money to fund my trip. He told me that they had scholarships available and to email him directly, and he'd be able to take care of it. I did, and that's the story of how I got to be a part of the Young Black Leadership Summit, which was instrumental in springboarding me to where I am today. Now, I share that story because he didn't have to do that. And if he was a racist person, why would he do that? I'm so tired of people being besmirched by the tired liberal lie that anyone they don't like has to be some sort of racist. They really want you to believe deep down Charlie Kirk hated all black people. He saw the best in everyone, and he chose to encourage me. That is why I will literally and metaphorically pick up that mic and continue the work that he started.
You're white, you're privileged, you're Christian. How can you argue these things when you don't understand what an oppressed individual is going through?
White privilege is a myth and a lie and should be completely destroyed. It's rooted in racism. It is a racist idea. It is a racist idea. Why don't they ever talk about Asian American privilege? Asian Americans were widely discriminated against in the 1940s and 50s. We treated them horribly and put them in internment camps. Then through a series of decades of making good choices, they've now become the richest per capita subracial group in America. I never hear about Asian American privilege. I never hear about people getting so upset that all the Asian Americans are getting the PhDs or the degrees or all the good jobs in California, yet they're trying to target white people. Here comes the basis of it. If they're trying to balkanize this country and break us into different subracial groups, that is the definition of racism. They say, oh, you don't understand me because you're a white, privileged Christian. Well, isn't that exactly what the definition of racism is?
Would a white supremacist organization host a Black Leadership Summit?
Yes. You can be...
Would a white supremacist organization have a black female communications director for over a year and a half?
Yes, there are ideological shields that further your talking points and who are every much as committed to bigotry and white supremacy.
Would a white supremacist organization host the nation's largest young Latino leadership summit for 5 years straight?
Yes.
Can you name one instance when we have ever tolerated hatred once?
When you have ever tolerated hatred?
Yes.
Well, you claim that your organization is not white nationalist and not white supremacist. So why did Identity Europa think that your organization was prime breeding grounds for their views?
Because they're idiots.
Because they're idiots. So wait. No, I wanna have an honest discussion with you, right? Because I do agree that you should look in the mirror first before asking people to solve your problems. Just tell me honestly, what do you think it is about your organization, without you being a white supremacist, without you being a white nationalist?
So you don't think I'm a white supremacist? Let's just get this straight.
No.
Okay, good.
I think you enable it.
Oh, I enable?
Yes.
Despite every time I encounter anyone around that ideology, I repudiate it and I reject it.
I'm asking you
what
why
else
you
would
feel,
you want me to do?
I'm asking you why you feel that what it is you think about your organization that might attract white supremacists and white nationalists, because you've repudiated a lot of members who were later revealed to have white nationalist ties.
It's not a lot of members. You're talking about 4 people in a membership organization with hundreds of thousands of students over 7.5-year history. You're looking at 4 isolated examples that the dishonest press decides to look at, despite the unbelievable body of work that Turning Point USA rejects anyone that has hatred. Turning Point USA has diverse leadership summits, such as a Black Leadership Summit, and you kind of lost me after that one, by the way, that you could host a Black Leadership Summit and also be white supremacist.
He said, you kind of lost me on there, how you can host a Black Leadership Summit multiple times and still be white supremacist, while hosting these Latino summits. White nationalists, they further white people. They will never uplift or host anything that is Black or Latino. But to come to the conclusion that someone is a white supremacist and a white nationalist and racist after so many times bringing clarification and denouncing this and going against it, people will come to his debates and they'll come to his campuses and they'll come to his conferences and they'll ask him these questions and he'll bring clarification and he will denounce it over and 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 over every time. But I think what the issue is that a lot of people are seeing these clips, right, and they're just running with it when he has gone over those clips a million times.
Support Identity Evropa, come to the front of the line. I'd like to talk to you. If you support Identity Evropa, I'd like to talk. All right. So tell me why you support Identity Evropa.
Because they...
So Identity Evropa is like it's like a white supremacist organization. It's like a white nationalist organization. And these guys are racist. They're all about white people. And he's going against them. Okay. I don't know what white supremacists would do this publicly.
But come to the front of the line. I'd like to talk to you. If you support Identity Evropa, I'd like to talk. All right. So tell me why you support Identity Evropa.
Because they do great things and they support white people.
Okay, so
nobody else will speak up for us.
The sound is kind of distorted. I couldn't find a clear clip, so this is the only clip that I really have here. So yeah.
So what great things like planning the Charlottesville rally?
They didn't plan that.
Okay, who did?
I can't remember his name. He's actually irrelevant now, but no, Identity Europa did not plan that. They had people that attended it, sure, but they didn't plan it.
Identity Evropa is a widely recognized white supremacist neo-Nazi organization by rational, common sense individuals.
You're regurgitating SPLC.
Allow me to ask a question. Can I ask a question for you? Are you worried America's becoming less white?
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't want to be a minority in my own country. I see what's happening.
So this.
You see, clear as day here, this man is going against white nationalists and white supremacists. This man will contend against white supremacists publicly. He would denounce them publicly. He would kick them off the stages and out of the conferences publicly. Yeah, you may not agree with how he worded certain things, but man.
Important. I want to ask a question of you. What does it mean to be an American? Is it an idea or a history, a shared history, or is it a skin color?
So there's the current idea of what it means according to, the Hart-Celler Immigration Act and, all this bullshit that you guys spew. But if you go back to the original founding fathers, they intended this to be a European nation for white men of good stock and character.
So, can you show me, let me answer the question. Can you show me where in the United States Constitution it says that?
It wasn't in the Constitution.
It wasn't in the Constitution because they didn't believe it.
The founding...
You, sir, they did not put it in the United States Let me answer another question. Let me ask you another question since you support. Allow him to have the mic. Let me ask you another question,
founding
sir.
Fathers wrote many
what
other
does the
documents
phrase,
other than the United
sir,
States Constitution, and they made it explicitly clear that
what does the phrase e pluribus unum mean? What does the phrase e pluribus unum mean?
Why is that relevant?
Because it was on every founding document and presidential seal from our founding, which means out of many, one. You, sir, and your ideology is not conservative. It is right-wing, identitarian. It has no place in the conservative movement, my friend. Get out of line. Get out of line. USA, USA, USA.
This brother got more soul than a lot of people running around here acting like they brothers. He's a real brother. And before it was cool to stand up and say that you were for this president, he was doing it. And he made sure that he brought a lot of us here, man.
I want to give Charlie some credit here, okay? Back in 2019, Charlie Kirk helped a lot of young blacks get to the White House. He changed a lot of their lives. A lot of them never imagined going to the White House, and Charlie helped hundreds of young black boys and girls go to the White House. Charlie, thank you for that.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, man.
So for people who want to call Charlie a racist, kiss my black ass, excuse my language. Charlie Kirk is not a racist.
I love this guy. I'll tell you. So I do not have hate for a group. I do not have hate for a people. I
So
hate
just so I can get it on my camera, so Instagram.
Don't worry, we got
Hi.
plenty of cameras, but yeah.
But yes, so you do not hate the LGBT community,
No,
and Turning Point is not against LGBT.
No, how could I hate that which I have a heart for?
Thank you.
And I might not agree at that for some of the lifestyle choices that some people make, but of course not. And if someone said, Charlie, what's your view on marriage? I say, I believe marriage is between one man and one woman. But if you ask me, what do I have hate in my heart for somebody that doesn't choose the lifestyle that I believe that God laid out in the scriptures? Of course not. If you were to board a flight with United Airlines, would you rather have a pilot that is qualified or one that is diverse? Answer the question.
Wait, that makes no sense. Why is there two different things? How is it different? When you go to American Airlines...
Because in the pursuit of diversity, you sacrifice excellence every time. We know this with Harvard. Right. We know this with Yale. We know this with the military. Right. Every time, every example that we pursue diversity, an institution becomes less excellent. If you're going to go from 4% of the pilots being black to 50% of the pilots to be black, you are going to force something that naturally is not happening. And you will all of a sudden be playing a very treacherous and dangerous game when you board a plane. When I get heart surgery or if I board a plane, I don't care about the color of the skin of the person doing it. I want excellence and I want meritocracy.
Yes. And what he is remarking on is true. I would be terrified if I got onto a plane and I saw a woman flying the plane. And I know that we have the United CEO saying that he just wants to fulfill a quota. He just wants there to be more women and wants there to be more black people. And he's not concerned at first with qualifications. That is something that should alarm all of us, guys, honestly.
We all deal with racism. White people deal with racism. Black people deal with racism. You
can't erase 400 years. You can't.
No one's trying to erase 400 years, but you're only focused, hyper-focused on the 400 years instead. Of course, you're thinking by your skin color instead of your brain. Your brain is not here. Your brain is not here. Your brain's up here. So think with your brain instead of your skin color. When you think by your skin color, this is what type of mentality you embody.
I'm black. That's it. I'm black.
We're human beings. We're human beings. I care about us coming together as the United States of America. This is the United States of America, not a divided States of America. You're in the divided States of America. I'm in the United.
I have one more question my dad wanted me to ask you. He said, would you still be a white supremacist if you were in a more diverse work field?
So do you think I'm a white supremacist?
I have no idea if you're a white supremacist. My dad has watched a lot of you. He said if you weren't out here preaching hate and working on your three-pointers, do you think you would probably be better at that?
Yeah, I'm not even going to justify. You should be ashamed of your father.
I'm definitely not. My father's an amazing man.
Yeah.
He cares about American citizens.
Your father
and all
peddles
of their rights.
lies. I'm not a white supremacist. Honestly, shame on him. For someone that runs an organization called Blexit, do you even know what Blexit is?
I do not.
It's literally, we employ 40 black Americans that work in Atlanta, Chicago, and Philadelphia, trying to improve the well-being of inner-city black America. What has your father ever done for inner-city black America other than call me a white supremacist? And by the way, secondly, it's just so ridiculous. It's like it's
black
somehow
people for your companies or whatever you do does not make you a white supremacist.
What is a white supremacist?
A white supremacist is somebody who takes advantage and believes that they are higher than everybody else.
Do I believe that?
I have no idea.
Okay, exactly. And so there's no evidence whatsoever, and yet people go around sloppily saying, you're a racist, you're a white supremacist. It is so destructive to our dialogue. It's destructive to us coming together as a country, and there's nothing to support it whatsoever. So thank you for your time.